Assalamu ala kalimati. Yeah, man. Yeah, this is addressing like all the rap circuits and everything like that. Man, when I first got started watching Dumbfounded, I was thrown aback because, I mean, not because he was an Asian rapper, it's because he threw in a lot of words a minute, and it all started to make sense and laughter. And then he came back with a few punchlines that actually kind of like hit. And so that really made me like start watching Grind Time a little bit more. And the first person who I was influenced to watch Smack, I would always watch like I wouldn't start watching Soul Crun. I would watch Math Hoffa from New York Bullies and Team Hami. And it was like, well, every time I would watch him, he'd have like some sort of laid back swag to where like he just doesn't want to battle anymore. But then he starts throwing out like wordplay within meaning, like inside and outside of meaning. So I was like, you know what? All these guys are so creative, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you live this stuff or not, because at the end of the day, you've got to make that paper. So who gives a damn whether your words can match up with the status of your net income? If you're going to battle, make sure you're creative enough to stand the ground of your words. That's why I keep saying like Wala kalimeti, and may God guide my words. Because quite frankly, it's like when I go out to battle, there's no telling what I might say, and I'm not wearing a vest. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the most sublime character. If I were to ever like enter Grind Time through any miraculous ordeal, which would get me there, or Smack or whatever, I would be the most laid back. But the thing about it is, when it comes to my rapping style, I look at people and smile and say a lot of Diamondback Rattler type stuff. I'm sorry. I like being like deadly, but undetected deadly. Like niggas who never get themselves checked for HIV and they die later. That type of deadly. Don't ask, don't tell type of deadly. No fag, alright? I like the biting. I like to bite about it. But see, I like to make people laugh. And then I also just like to kind of like terrorize it. So it's with the same intensity of maybe disaster, with just about as much a swag as Math Hoffa, in other words. That type of thing. Those are just some examples to call a few out. But in the meanwhile, rapping for me is no distant cousin. It's like a midwife to me. But I'd rather be like a lyricist because there's more in it for me. That's how I've been getting paid thus far. And doing beats, that's how I've been getting paid thus far. But enough about all that. The main message is, all of y'all produce a melting pot to the systems in which y'all work. So y'all fans are out there. They want to see what they always see in you every single time they see you rap. But here's a message to the fans, though. Just because it ain't your rapper, just because it's not your part of the area, should not suggest that that person is not creative enough to take up the fold. That's what they're there for. So when you hear something, you might not want to laugh. You might be chuckling on the inside, about to piss on yourself. Hard. But at least give that person respect enough at the end of the day of saying, okay, he came all the way here or she came all the way here to do something, and they did it. And if they're really serious about the business in which they came for. The detailed business of rapping, lyricism, and just like promoting hip-hop, because everywhere else in this world, some people think that hip-hop is dead based on the people that you hear on the radio. That's radio alone. Nobody has ever touched the spectrum of battle rapping to get money, battle rapping to survive. And at the end of the day, you saving hip-hop. So y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Don't flop. King of the Dot. Grind Time URL. Smack. I'm sorry. No disrespect anywhere. No hatred anywhere. You support who you can. And the fans that support you, they'll know that hip-hop isn't dead just by your presence. But you got to keep it alive. And keep those niggas in check during, like, the rap battles and stuff, because it can get kind of loud. However, they like y'all that much. But keep that in check. And keep that in mind. Because now you've influenced somebody else that's probably going to do the same thing you're doing. That's not even an act of faith. That's going to happen. And see? Another generation preserved by hip-hop. Thanks to y'all. But stay creative, man. Don't be afraid to change up your style for the benefit of rapping or the battle itself. Now, if you're doing tracks, people are going to know you by what you do, so I can't give you no advice on that. Y'all got that on down pat. I'm about to go because I got some applications for jobs to put in, specifically on radio, right? Shout out to Poison Pen and Jerron Thomas, a.k.a. Nestle. Yeah, man, you the illest, bruh. Shout out to my Philadelphia Eagles on that win. Kicking the Cowboys' ass. Beating up on them Brokeback Mountaineers. Thank you very much for doing that. I'm $100 richer. I don't smile like it, though. Anyway, so everybody take care. Grind Time, Smack, URL, Don't Flop, King of the Dot, the Midwest Circuit. Wow. Midwest Circuit. Y'all keep doing the damn thing, man. Mike Lack, Clifford Cartel, what's good? Assalamu ala kalimati. I'm out.